So we are on the Police Cam Story channel. And we got
is shocking. Flipping a coin.
Punched again and again by a San Antonio police officer.
In a shocking incident that shook the community of San Antonio, Texas, a police officer named Elizabeth Montoya was caught on camera.
This lady is a psycho. She is really crazy.
Repeatedly punching a handcuffed pregnant woman inside a patrol car. The video footage, obtained from a body-worn camera, exposed the disturbing actions of Officer Montoya, sparking outrage among activists and citizens alike.
An officer like Elizabeth Montoya should not be on our police force. She shouldn't be on any police force.
Even with the history of violence associated with Officer Montoya, she's relentlessly on the pursuit to regain her position within the police force. In this video,
this lady is going out there abusing people, like really going crazy, abusing people, stepping on necks, everything. They catch her a few times and, fire her, get rid of her. And she fighting to gain that power back.
Shed light on her misconduct, uncovering a disturbing incident. On a rainy morning in July 2018, Officer Montoya encountered Kimberly Esparza, a suspect accused of illegally possessing prescription drugs while being 6 months pregnant. The body-worn camera footage showed that Montoya briefly placed Esparza on her stomach on the ground before placing her in the back of a patrol vehicle.
I appreciate
what followed was a flurry of...
Thank you, Lou. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you.
Punches from Montoya, with at least 7 strikes landing on Esparza's head. Even after Esparza was put on the ground in the pouring rain, Montoya continued her assault, claiming she reacted after being kicked by the suspect. A troubled history. As the termination paperwork for Montoya revealed, Esparza was left on the ground for a shocking 26 minutes. Attorney Carolyn Wentland, appalled by Montoya's actions, expressed her disbelief that an officer sworn to protect the public would make comments like, "I punched you in the face a couple times. I will do it again too."
It was incredibly, incredibly disturbing.
I punched you in the face a couple times. I'll do it again too.
I think it is
crazy.
No matter what Mrs. Esparza did or didn't do, she does not deserve to be assaulted. She's a human being. She's a tiny human being. At the time, she was a pregnant human being who was handcuffed and defenseless.
Montoya's
This lady is punching pregnant women in the head, kicking people in the stomach, throwing them on the floor.
Behavior continued to be highlighted as Esparza's charges were eventually dismissed. Montoya faced legal consequences for her inhumane treatment of a prisoner and the misuse of her body camera, a troubling pattern. Officer Montoya's personnel records revealed a pattern of issues with interacting with the public. In a separate incident just 6 weeks after the Esparza beating, Montoya was suspended for 10 days after encountering people sleeping in the parking lot and using inappropriate language and threats. Furthermore, an internal investigation in April 2015 found that Montoya had kicked a suspect in the stomach while handcuffed and lying on the ground, even placing her foot on the man's neck. Despite the department proposing a 10-day suspension, the interim police chief reduced it to only 5 days, raising concerns about the handling of disciplinary measures. The arbiter's decision. The professional fate of Officer Montoya hinged on an arbitration hearing. Chief William McManus, who had swiftly terminated Montoya after learning of the allegations, testified against her, stating that she had no place in his department. However,
now you see, those are the quote unquote good cops, the ones that call it out and say, no, we don't want that here. Those are the good cops.
The arbitrator ruled that her punishment was too severe, leaving the chief with limited options due to the city's previous contract with the police union. The arbitrator's decision exposed the challenges faced by police departments in holding officers accountable for their actions. Repercussions and reinstatement. Months after the incident, Kimberly Esparza gave birth to a healthy baby girl who is now 3 years old. Meanwhile, Montoya's union attorney did not respond to requests for an interview, while Chief McManus...
What the heck? Man, what's going on? It's a commercial. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so this is a long commercial. Oh, there it go. I'm like, where is they skip at? Thought that was gonna make us watch the whole thing.
A police officer named
There we go.
appointment with the arbitrators bargaining agreement, the chief's disciplinary decisions would carry more weight. However, the prolonged battle over Montoya's fate continued, with her case scheduled to be reviewed by an arbitrator once again. The case of Officer Elizabeth Montoya sheds light on the urgent need for accountability and reform within law enforcement. The disturbing incident involving the assault of a pregnant woman, coupled with Montoya's history of violent behavior, raises questions about the effectiveness of disciplinary measures and the protection of citizens' rights. The arbitrator's decision, which reinstated Montoya despite Chief McManus's strong objections,
I can't believe they're going against the chief, telling you that this lady is a psychopath. She shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be anywhere around here. Y'all need to get rid of her and handle it. And he's telling you. So you can't say, you know, this is what a good cop would do, and they're not listening to him.
the challenges faced by police departments in holding officers accountable for their actions. Number 2, in a shocking turn of events, 2 Georgia police officers employed by the Roswell Police Department were recently fired for their unprofessional behavior during a routine traffic stop. Courtney Brown and Christy Wilson made headlines when a video surfaced, revealing their use of a simulated coin toss to decide whether to arrest a motorist. The coin toss incident. On a fateful day in April, Officer Courtney Brown pulled over Sarah Webb, a motorist accused of speeding. Body camera footage captured the conversation between the officers, during which Brown admitted her radar gun was malfunctioning.
So you could go over 80 miles per hour on 92? No, ma'am. You have your driver's license and your insurance card? Turn off the car and pass it to me, please.
Child. I hate when they try to give you a lecture.
You're going over 80 miles an hour on this type of a road.
Okay.
That's reckless driving, ma'am.
This is Lexi, Texas. I'm trying to look it up. I haven't printed off.
When I get pulled over, don't try to lecture me and all this and that and, oh, well, why were you doing this and that? Listen, it's either you're gonna give me a ticket or you're not. I'm gonna go about our day. I'm not here to explain nothing to you. I don't need your lectures to tell me what to do as a grown man, none of that. So I hate when they do that.
Give me 1 second, I'll be right with you. Go for it.
But well, why were you speeding? Like, that's gonna help.
Having issues with my CAD. Can you please do an 8 and 10 check on the Georgia tag, as well as the...
Hold on, let me catch up with chat. What y'all got going on here? Can't say that I watch any more of Joe Citizen. I watched a couple more videos. We can go check out some more later. You got Lou. That's one of my buddies did an online animation class. He figured it out. He's far less intelligent than you. And say Tats, yeah, I know that animation takes a long time. You know, animation is it takes a lot. He says about 18 hours per video, per full video. That is, yeah. If you're taking that long to make those videos, you got to cut it up for shorts. If you want your channel to grow while you're in the process of making those, you got to cut up and have a lot of shorts in that process, because editing does take a long time. It doesn't take me, it doesn't take that long, but it does take a few hours to edit, depending on how long the video is and how much happened in that video. But okay, understand that task. You can never too much. All right, let's get back to it.
Check on a Georgia driver's license.
You're right, Patty.
I'm gonna take her probably for reckless. What do you think? I mean, I don't have any speed detections at the same time, but
No, but you can use the fact that you were going whatever speed and she Past you. It's on.
So she told this lady that she was going 80 miles per hour and this and that. She didn't even have a way to even know how fast she was going. She just assumed she was going 80 because I guess she paced her and had to assume, oh, well, if I was going this, you were going that, you know. But to go up there and try to lecture that lady like you had her on the radar is crazy.
So you're gonna have a back speed. You're gonna have the fact that you went 90 to catch up to her. You're gonna have two faster conditions.
Yeah, I mean, that's unacceptable. I told her, I said, you know, the roads are wet, correct? You're running late for work and you're going above 80 to get to work. I said, call. Do not do that and put people's lives in jeopardy.
Right, Patty. I hate that.
My cat just froze on me, so I'm restarting it right now.
I don't know why they
What do you think?
Debating what action to take, Brown suggested arresting Webb for reckless driving. It was at this point that Officer Christy Wilson suggested using a coin flip app on her laptop to make the decision. They agreed that heads would mean an arrest, while tails would result in the driver's release.
Who's that?
Really gambling with people's lives.
Okay. Yeah. So really 23. So I got two fast for, let me write this down. Two faster conditions. Is it reckless?
Yeah, you can do reckless.
I mean, either way, the speed limit here is what, 45?
Yeah, 45.
She was going way. I mean,
She said, I mean, but she
I
don't
haven't
even
done
know.
like speeding like that. So that's why I'm a little bit unsure.
Despite the virtual coin landing on tails, indicating that Webb should be released, the officers proceeded to arrest her.
Yeah.
Wow. So she didn't catch her on the speedometer. She doesn't know how fast she was going. She was saying 80, but she's in the 45, so she might have been going like 60, 65, I'm thinking. I doubt she was going 80, but maybe. She said she was late for work. That's why I don't say nothing. I'm not saying nothing. If you caught me at whatever, if you have it on, if it's laser or whatever, then cool. Hold on, y'all. Let me there we go. That was, I had to get the right charger on. But so she couldn't really, she tried to charge her for speeding, but she don't know how fast she was going. Then she gambled with her life, and the lady actually won the gamble, and they still want to take her in.
All right, do me a favor, step out of the vehicle for me. Why would you have that?
Exactly.
Step out of the vehicle.
Exactly, Patty.
Because, ma'am, you're driving entirely too fast for conditions. You put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy, okay?
The video shows Webb in tears as Officer Brown handcuffs her and places her in the back of the patrol car.
We're gonna buckle you in, okay?
Horrible.
The incident, captured on camera, caused outrage among the public and law enforcement officials alike. Police Chief Rusty Grant expressed his shock and disappointment, stating that he held higher expectations for his officers. Grant promptly placed both officers on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. The fallout. As the investigation unfolded, it became clear that Brown and Wilson had violated department policies and undermined public respect for the police force. The use of a coin toss was deemed an inappropriate method for determining an arrest. Eventually, after weeks of scrutiny, the decision was made to terminate the employment of both officers. Courtney Brown and Christy Wilson received termination memos, effectively ending their careers as police officers. While they have the option to appeal their terminations, their actions have irreparably damaged their professional reputations. If you love stories like this, subscribe and turn on notifications for more. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Determining what her life is going to be on a coin toss, you know. And the other one from the first story, she's going around like a maniac, beating people up, getting away from it. The chief, you know, her chief told them that they need to get her off the streets. She's no, she doesn't need to be here. We don't represent that, you know. They go against what he said and say that her treatment is being too harsh. When she's going around putting her foot on people's neck, kicking people in the stomach while they're on the ground, punching pregnant women in the head 5 times. This is crazy. So you can have the chief, you know, we want the good cops, and the good cops call out the bad cops, right? So we got the good cops saying, get her out of here, and they go against it. They're like, nah, forget what the chief said. He, you know, even though he's telling you like that's not what we want in this department, but they keep putting them back in the departments. So, you know, that's the internal battle that they have. And, you know, that's, you know, then the chief gets that bad publicity, you know, even though he said that she shouldn't be there or what, or, you know, he's saying that she shouldn't be there. He's letting them know that her actions aren't, have no place. And, you know, her actions have no place. They go against that and try to put her back in the place where the chief is telling them, the chief is telling them, no, get rid of her. She's gonna end up killing somebody. She's already hurt people. She's gonna end up killing people. And they keep putting her back and keep saying, oh, it's this, oh, this, that. She's saying she's gonna effing tase homeless people laying on the floor. Like, I don't get how they don't see that as this lady is dangerous. She's a real psychopath, like in real life. And they steady keep trying to make a way for her. Can a cop really damage the public opinion of them? No. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, like, the chief has to take on that publicity. Like, they're gonna say, well, that was one of your officers did that. What did you do to rectify that situation? Or what did you do about this individual in your department? And the chief gonna say, well, I told them to get rid of her, but they didn't listen to me. I told them, but they won't listen. You know, that's where the chief is at with it. Well, you know,